Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dear student, welcome to Finance and Banking class. I am Nasir Farooq, lecturer at Greenfield School and College. Today, I am going to solve some mathematical problem from the chapter 5. The name of the chapter is Capital Budget. This is important chapter for the student of class 9 and class 10. Especially for the student of class 10. Uh, I am I would like to solve some mathematical problems. The formula, the main important topics of my lecture is payback period. This is most important topics. This is also theoretical and mathematical problem. So, dear student, uh, at first we have to know what is payback period. Then I am solve some mathematical problems or some I give some formula and then solve some mathematical problems. I have also mentioned two example so that you can easily understand and you can solve any problems from these chapters according to a payback period. So, dear student, at first we have to know what is payback period. uh, Payback period, it is one kinds of techniques to find out or to make decisions for buying or for purchasing uh, uh, fixed assets just like of land, buildings, any others machineries, others and others things, another long term things. So at first we have to know what is payback period. The payback period, the process of to find out the time or the process of initial investment amount will be come back in how many times. It's called payback period. Payback period meaning total meaning is the initial investment will be come back. Suppose if I invest 1 lakh taka, uh, suppose if I invest 1 lakh taka for 5 years or for 6 years, if the initial cash flow is 25,000 taka, then I am easily solve the in how many terms, just like so. uh, Here the initial investment is 1 lakh taka. Then if the cash flow, I mean any annual cash flow is 25,000 taka, then the total time we needed to come back the 1 lakh taka is 4 years. Suppose 25,000 after 1 years, I will get the after 2 years I will get the 50,000 taka. After 3 years the total cash flow is 75,000 taka, and after four years the total cash flow is 1 lakh taka. So here when I invest in 1 lakh taka, if the annual cash flow is 25,000 taka, then total payback period is 4 years. I mean after 4 years I will come back in 1 lakh taka. This process or this method is called payback period. So, dear student, now I would like to describe or I would like to solve a mathematical problems by applying payback period. There are two methods of to calculation the payback period. At first, we have to do. There are four techniques to make decisions or to give decisions to purchase a fixed assets. Just like so, one is average rate of return. In my last class, I have described the process of or the mathematical techniques of how can we calculate the average rate of returns. Average rate of returns, we need yeah, earning after tax or net profit, but to calculation the payback period we need cash flow. Cash flow, I mean when earning after tax or EAT is added or plus with depreciation, then we'll get the net cash flow. I mean when we need income, when we added need income plus depreciation, then we'll get cash flow. Is alternatively called CFAT, cash flow after tax. Alternatively called its cash flow after tax. So to find out the payback period, we need to find out at first. We have to calculate, or we have to find out the cash flow. Then that we can easily solve the payback period. So I am also mentions here that totally the both examples is cash flow. So there is no needed to calculation that to find out the cash flow. Cash flow also is given in the example. So dear student, and now I saw the payback period. There are two techniques, or there are two methods to find out the payback period. One method is there are one conditions when each year cash flow, each year cash flow is same, then payback period then payback period shortly write the PBP totals a form of the payback period. So then payback period formula is initial investment divided cash flow, or annual cash flow. By applying this formula, we can easily find out the payback period. Just you remember that when each of the year cash flow is same. So I mean, the first year cash flow is 20,000 taka. The second year is 20,000. The third year is 20,000. I mean a total of years, or each of the years when the cash flow is same, then we did, or then we apply these mathematical problems. But when the installment or cash flow each of the year is not same, just likes of this, the first year is 10,000 taka, the second year is 35,000, the third year is 40,000, the fifth year is 50,000, the sixth year is 20,000. The first year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year, and sixth year 16,000 taka. I mean, while each of the years the cash flow is not same, then we calculate the another formula. So dear student, at first I have to mentions a formula for calculation the payback period. According this formula, I have also given an example so that you can easily find out, or you can easily understand the calculation, the process of calculation the payback period, or the two formulas, the different techniques to find out the payback period. So dear student, I have also mentions an example one. So example one I have written for that so that you can easily understand. Here uh, your father thinks to invest taka 50,000. Dear student, you mentioned that at first you have to know what is initial investment. Initial investment, I mean, when a financial managers invest or start in a business, they need a big amount of investment amounts. It's called, or the primary they need at first they need a huge amount of investment. It's called initial investment. Initial investment, I mean first investment amount. So we know that we know that investment is long term investment. If I give an example, just purchase a building, or purchase a land, purchase a machines. When you purchase a machines, you need a big amount of investment. So it's called initial investment. So here, Mr. or your father at first he did a huge amount of investment. So here initial investment is 50,000 taka. So I have read or I have write here initial investment. Here initial investment is 50,000 taka. So dear student, here I am also here the initial investment is 50,000 taka. The another is your father thinks to invest taka 50,000 in a project. From who is? I mean those projects in 6 years annual cash flows. I mean 6 years, 6 years annual cash flow. Annually I mean yearly. Cash flow taka 50,000. Calculate the payback period. So if I increase this amount is 25 this 25,000 taka. No problems. It's 15,000 taka each year. Then calculate the payback period. So the dear student, here the annual cash flow is 50,000, 15,000 taka. So now I write the annual cash flow 50,000 taka. Then I calculate the payback period. Here, dear student, I have also mentioned here the payback period formula. So now I calculate the payback period. So we write shortly payback period. Here payback period is initial investment. Here also initial investment is 50,000 taka. Then divided annual cash flow. Here the annual cash flow is 15,000 taka. Here 15,000 taka. Then I can easily find out the total number of year to come back the initial investment amount. Here 50,000 divided 15,000 taka. Here the 3 years 3.33 years needed to come back the initial investment amount or 50,000 amount. That's why dear student, you can easily find out the payback period. This is the one kinds of techniques or one kinds of method to calculate the payback period. When the annual cash flow is same, here the also 6 years or 6 years annual cash flow 15,000. I mean first year 15,000 cash flow, the second year cash flow is 15,000, the third year cash flow is 15,000, fourth year cash flow is 15,000, and that's why the 6 years cash flow is 15,000. So here the cash flow is same, that's why I applying this mathematical formula or pay